So, your child just came out as transgender. Now, you're confused, you're scared, and, some part of you, deep down might be thinking this is wrong, this is gross, this is unnatural, and I get it. But there's some things you should consider before you overreact to this news. The first thing you should consider is that if your child told you straight up that they're transgender, that means that they have stored a huge amount of trust in you. That means that they've thought about this probably for weeks, months, years in some cases, and they've been wanting to tell you, but they couldn't do it before, they didn't know themselves before, and that the fact that they've told you means that they trust you a lot, and it means that they love you. It's like if you were to tell someone your biggest secret, because hey, I trust them, I know that they're not gonna judge me, and it's kind of like that, if I can relate it to anything. And so, before you react, you need to take that into consideration, and you need to know that an overreaction or a negative reaction is going to hurt your child on a deep level. That means that the trust that they had in you, and that faith that they had in you, all that's going to be destroyed. It's going to hurt. It's more painful for them than it is for you. It hurts them more than the hurt you're feeling right now, because this is who they are on a deep level. So that's the first thing to consider, is how you're going to react, because how you react will affect them a lot. It will affect them a lot. Another thing to consider is this could be a phase. Not a lot of YouTubers address this, so that's why I'm trying to make this video. It could be a phase. It very well could be. There's not many people, but some people come out as transgender. They transition into their preferred gender, and then they detransition, which means that they realize it's not who they are, and they're going back. And, if they're a male to female, then they're trying to become a male physically again. It's not very common. I don't know the statistic, but I know it's not very common, but it does happen. You might be thinking, if my kid, I don't want my kid to make any permanent changes to their body if they're going to detransition. But no, it's not very common at all. And you have to consider which is more important to you. Trying to control their decisions or your relationship with them, because that's really how this is going to boil down. Is even if you think this is a phase, it's still important to respect this phase. If it is, it's still important to respect it, because this is who they think they are. Even if they realize later on in their life that it's not, and you, at the time, were negative and not supporting, that's still going to be there. Let's say, I'll use an example, let's say I came out to my mother as transgender, female to male. And then years down the line, I realize I'm not actually a male, I'm actually a female, and I start to detransition. But when I came out to her, she was yelling at me and screaming at me and, harboring resentment towards me and insulting me and demeaning me. That's not going to go away. I'm not going to be like, oh, she was right, so everything she said was justified. That hurt's still there, and that relationship is going to be damaged for the rest of my life. One thing that a lot of people I talk to, they just want you to talk to them. Your kids just want you to talk to them. I know it's uncomfortable to talk about it, but it's not something that's going to go away. A lot of parents hope it's going to go away someday, that they won't have to confront their child, or the child won't have to tell them, but it's not going away. Gender issues don't go away. It's a medical condition. Another thing is, you can't really understand how your child's feeling. It's hard to sympathize with us because you can't empathize with us, if you understand what I'm saying. It's hard to say, hey, I know what you're going through, because you really don't. Things are going to be confusing for you. What is dysphoria, right? They don't want to explain these things to you, because, sometimes they don't even know how they're feeling, or it's embarrassing. They want you guys to research it, or if you can. Hormones, that's a good thing to go over. Transgender people, a lot of them, when they decide to medically transition, decide to go on hormones. A female to male person will usually choose to take testosterone. And testosterone is the male hormone. Testicles produce it, but we don't have those. So we have to get it injected, or there's gel you can use. Most people go with injections. I have syringes and stuff and testosterone. If people want videos, comment or whatever, I don't know, but I'm not going to go get it right now. But Generally, it's like once every 2 weeks, you take a shot of testosterone and it makes your voice deeper. Testosterone makes your voice deeper. It helps you grow facial hair. It Another phrase your kids might use that you might be confused about is cisgender. Cisgender is very easy to learn. It just means it's the opposite of transgender. It means you were born as a male, you identify as a male. You were born as a female, you identify as a female. Cisgender is normal, is how you can think of it. It's just a phrase to use that's not normal, because the word normal sounds really mean. If you're like, hey, my kid's trans, why can't they be normal? There's a lot of resources for parents out there. Most states and most cities have transgender support groups. My mom goes to one called Transparency, where it's transparency. It's parent. And try to be supportive. The overall piece of advice I want to tell you guys as parents is I know it's hard, but you have to be supportive if you want to have a healthy relationship and a loving relationship with your child. Because if you bring them down and you demean them for this choice they're making, and being transgender is not a choice. Transitioning is a choice. Acting on it is a choice. Choice that's necessary for a lot of people. So if you're going to judge them for who they are and demean them for their choices they're making to transition, they're never going to trust you as much as they trusted you when they came out. And that's not something you want to lose. Alright guys, I think I'm going to go. I'm rambling and rambling. I'm going to have to edit this all. This is my first YouTube video. We'll see how it goes. I know it's not going to get popular, but hopefully, I can start helping a lot more people. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Parents, feel free to message me. Feel free to explore other resources. Learn as much as you can. Because that's really going to show your child that you care, that you love them, that you're willing to accept them, ultimately. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Alright, peace out. I will make more videos in the future, maybe. We'll see.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies